Good morning, everyone. How are you? On this Sunday mindset session, Tony Meredith over there, Luke Moroney here. We've got the Queensland shirts. We're up in Brisbane right now, and can you see his face? Well, it's a man of
red colour.
It's like he's been in a bit of a sauna, but he's just run 7Ks in record time for him for, well, at least the past year or so.
Oh, at least the past 5 years. I haven't run 7K. Mate, can I just say, well done to you. So I did this for you. You inspired me, as you have many other people. It's Luke, if you're tuning in and joining us for the first time, this is our 66th go at this, but more importantly, this is your 1,000th 7-kilometre run in a row in succession, and I thought what an absolute fitting tribute to be here with him, to push myself. We've got a handful of others behind us over here, and they're all milling.
Even Rob in the nightclub gear. There we
go, there they are. There they are, milling around. Everyone's here celebrating the 1,000. Mate, well done.
Thank you, buddy.
How do you feel?
Mate, I feel like it's another day, but at the same time, huge appreciation for everyone that's come along to join in the fun, join in the journey, and be part of it. And thank you to every single person that has either ran with me, supported me, liked or commented on any of the posts that I've done. Yeah. It's just it is beautiful, and it's amazing that you don't realise the support is there sometimes. And this is back to a mindset thing, and I think about this in terms of Lifeline and things like that. Is the people are watching. Just put yourself out there to actually tell people about what's going on, and people are full of support. Julian says, congratulations, Luke, legend. Gabby saying, woohoo, Luke, thanks. And Mum's obviously come on and saying that she's proud of me earlier this morning as well.
Fantastic, which is excellent. And what do you think of his shirt? The colour of his shirt, Catherine, the maroon, the mighty Queenslander. He's still got a little bit of blue left, but mostly maroon. Mate, I did want to also make mention of those people that don't like, comment or share, but you have inspired, and you'll never know who they are, but the fact is that you have inspired countless people with what you've done, and it's a real privilege for me to stand alongside you, to call you my friend, and to see what you've been able to achieve in the last 1,000 odd days. And mate, it's incredibly impactful. And we say here, please don't compare yourself to Luke. Like, be inspired by Luke and the fact that he's done 1,000, but don't compare yourself. Like we always say, just start. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing.
What do you say? 100, do 100 metres, do a kilometre.
Correct.
Whatever. Take one step. Look, Tony did 7Ks today.
Yeah.
So
can you tell?
Matching red, says Davina.
Matching red.
And he's got a bit of matching red up here as well.
Matching this way, matching this way.
Absolutely. Kevin says, I don't know if I've heard from Kevin before. Kevin Parker says, that is very, very impressive, mate. Fantastic effort for you and for mental health. Absolutely. Sean says, good morning, guys. Well done, Luke, on your 1,000th run. And well done for Tony for keeping up. And well done for everyone else as well. So obviously the dogs are excited as well. Congratulations from Greg as well.
Everyone's, oh my gosh, it's all happening here. So everyone's celebrating. Mate, this is all about you today. I know that you've been making it about me the last few weeks, but this is all about you. So do you want to, for those who are tuning in, just take us back to where it started 1,000 days ago and why it started?
I was on the beach. Thinking about my next journey, my next path, looking out to the horizons, daydreaming a little. Am I setting the scene? The waves are crashing in.
Okay, beautiful.
And I'm trying to find myself.
Okay.
Maybe along those lines. I'm a little bit tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I know you are.
But really, I put on I didn't hit rock bottom. I know I've talked about that many times. People are, maybe in overweight situations, start to run and they want to lose 50 kilos or so forth. For me, it wasn't dramatic like that. There's no massive intentional story around it. I just put on a couple of kilos. I wanted to get back into a bit more running. So well, how about I try and run 7Ks for a week?
Okay.
And then I was like, it feels really good. Why don't I do this for the whole year? And I got a lot of backlash, and that was really motivating, actually, just to say, I can do this. There's so many naysayers out there. It was like, well, what if you, get up and you're hungover? What if you're sick? I was like, I'm going to do it.
Good on you.
So the more I told people about it, the more I was accountable on Facebook and social media and so forth, the more I had a willingness to do it. So Ray's coming in with the coffee.
Come on in, Ray. Come on in. Here we go. Fantastic. Thank you, mate. Coming in.
What's that? A lot of Ray.
Oh, that's the A latte, I think. This is that's you.
All right.
That one's you.
All right.
Hey, Ray, whilst Ray's here, Ray, firstly, thank you, mate, for coming along. What are your comments to Luke?
Luke is a great inspiration. 1,000 runs.
Yeah.
That's really inspiring every given day.
Yeah.
You know, I follow Luke all the time.
Yeah.
And
What about the sit-up
Is this
challenge?
the first time you've met Luke, is it?
it's actually the first time I met him
Is that right?
live.
Wow, fantastic.
So-
Live. Well done.
But I know him that well already.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
Oh, that's
it's
awesome.
Really
Thank you,
good.
mate. And thank you for making the effort as well. Like the first time you met him and to come
No,
down here
it's
and share.
amazing the impact that you can have via social media without actually meeting someone.
Yeah, correct.
You know, there's guys that are doing sit-up challenge over in the UK.
Yeah.
Never met them before, never had any connections, but they saw a post and then they got on board, like Ray did as well.
I did the sit-up challenge. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
good
a
on you,
machine.
mate. That's awesome.
Absolute machine. I haven't done my sit-ups yet or push-ups yet this morning.
Oh, we can do it together.
Yeah, I'm due for that, so we can maybe do that a little bit later.
But it's amazing, mate, how you've been able to inspire Ray. And again, you haven't met Ray, and it's inspired him. Would you normally run 7K, mate, or?
Yeah, usually, yeah. But I'm not as running regularly like he is.
Yeah, good on you, mate. No, terrific. It's a real
That is
thrill that
really
you
cool,
made
yeah.
the effort to come down. And mate, there's a heap of us down here, right? So it's been a real thrill for us to share in this moment for you.
Tony's
Who
very
said last
excited.
week that it was just going to be another day, and I said, no, mate, it's not just another day at
not
all.
another
It's
day.
a really cool occasion, a real event.
Everyone is excited.
And look at all those people you inspired. Look.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Something,
I know.
you know.
It is amazing, actually, just to think about what you can actually, what actual impact you can have. I don't set out to have an inspiration or an impact
Come on
or
in, Rod.
anything.
Come on in. Here we go. We're all
Rod.
joining in. Come
Good
on in,
morning.
guys. Come on in.
All right, well, we got the whole crew.
It's Foxy.
Rob even made the journey as well. Tony, Meredith, don't make sure you get in there, mate.
Here, mate, here I am.
You're important as well.
I'm just getting my breath back, quite frankly.
So, Rob, what kind words would you like to say about Luke Maroney?
What kind words would I like to say about Luke? Like, my God.
Loaded question.
Nothing, mate, nothing. No, in all seriousness, dedication, persistence, you have to physically turn up one time in order to get to 1,000. Right?
That's it.
So, turning up the first time is the hard part, and the second time's a little easier. Mate, 1,000 times, good on you.
He's making me emotional. Yeah. He's got a little bit of emotion inside him. What do you reckon?
What about you, Rod? What are your comments to Luke, about Luke?
I'm impressed you've done 1,000 in a row, to be honest. So, you know, it was pretty brutal this morning. A little bit longer than my usual. And to think you've done that 1,000 days in a row now, congratulations to you. So I'm impressed. And thanks for rallying the team. Just wait your turn, mate.
I love it.
This gutter. Wait, I'm down here in the gutter. I'm down here in the gutter.
I'll hold you.
What else, Rod?
That's most of it. Luke.
Come on, Shelley, get in.
I love you, Luke.
I love you.
Shelley, where are you? Come on, Shelley. Yeah,
Shelley.
Have it in the middle.
Make us all look pretty, Shelley.
What would you like to say, other than...
I'm blown away that you've done 1,000 runs in a row, but I congratulate you. It's a huge mindset thing, I think. Getting up every day when it was raining.
Yeah, I did sometimes treadmill, so I wouldn't say...
Oh, well, but still.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was...
mate, no,
there was
I take
definitely
it
a
all
lot
back.
of-
I take it all back. It doesn't count.
If it's not out on the
Doesn't
road.
I
count.
let the secret out, sorry.
No secrets. So just like, all my mission was to do 7Ks a day, running.
Yeah.
Had
you
to be
did it.
running, 7Ks a day. Whether it's in airport terminals, or on
Okay.
treadmills, or on streets when it's raining and pouring down. It's just whatever it took.
So, Luke, how did you get started with this crazy idea of...
Well, I mentioned it a little bit in. I was on the beach, just finding myself in the midst of the ocean, the waves, and then just thought I'd just get started on 7Ks for a week. Then that led to I can do this for a year. Then I got a lot of knockers, and that actually
drove you on.
that motivated me even more
Chili,
to
chili,
actually
chili,
do more.
chili, chili.
So, and then I went from 1 year, and I was like, oh, I can do this again. Then I heard about a guy. He's actually in Brisbane. His name's Adam. Is it Adam Leishman? He's done 2,200 days in a row of running,
Oh, well, you got
or
another...
2,300. So I can only catch him if he stops, and I guess that's my big thing. So I've got to wait.
Tony.
I've got to wait till I stop. Tony Gallagher, good to see you on, and says hi, Shelley. So that's, I guess, the achievement side of things, and it is impressive. When it's like, I guess it's hard to acknowledge yourself around these things sometimes.
So that's why we're here to do it for you. But can I also acknowledge Shelley? So Shelley, just come into the screen here. So Shelley, how many times have you run 7K before?
Well, no, I have run longer, but not for like about 2 years.
Which is awesome,
Yeah.
right? Which is absolutely awesome.
Yeah. So this morning I'm happy, but I
Did we
think
push
it was
you
the
enough?
group effort.
Did we push you enough on
I'm
the
happy
run?
I didn't get lost.
I think the time was fantastic, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Like
but-
you before the run. So what were you
Yeah.
saying to us before the run?
Oh, was it going to be over 6?
Yeah. And you were
6
nervous. You
per
were nervous,
kilometres,
and
yeah.
right, all this sort of stuff. That
5
was
minute
amazing.
5 minute 45 minute Ks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so very impressive today on the run, everyone. So well done.
Yeah, thank you.
And,
Thank
and
you.
the,
No, I
the
appreciate
power
it.
of doing it as a group too. That's the thing for me. Like the power of doing it as a group. I think that helps spur us all on.
Yes.
So quite often if you're doing it on your own, it's tough. So for you,
Teamwork.
mate, for you constantly doing it on your own, like the majority of times you're on your own, right?
You're in your own head.
Yeah, 100%.
Head fuck space.
Yeah. Which is all the
This is
mindset.
kind of like a normal thing for Rob each day.
Yeah.
He loves it. I thought I'd throw a swing back towards you as well, Rob.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
And what's with the nightclub gear this morning? Can you
Mate.
talk us through that?
Yeah.
Late night.
Okay. So, mate,
Mate.
I am lily white and I'm allergic to the sun, and this is the way I hide, by looking stylish.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, let's get back into the mindset session because Tony is, having withdrawals from talking.
Well, tell them about the run. Tell them about the
Oh
talking
my
on the run.
God, I've never seen don't go running with Tony Meredith. Well, actually, you know what? It's good to run with Tony Meredith. He'll take your mind off the running because he talked all the way through. Every single step of the way, all you could hear, even from 50 metres away, Tony Meredith was talking. Where are you? Get in there. Get in there.
I was just getting my breath back, trying to get my colour back. I'm still red.
Well,
yes.
Are you red from the running or the talking?
The talking comes naturally. It was the running.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
All right,
that
let's
was
get
good.
back into it.
Okay, I'll leave you in it.
Thank
All
you,
right.
thank you.
So we're talking about achievements today, and I think what we need to focus on is what do we achieve each and every day of our lives.
Yeah.
I've gone through this journey myself, but it's a daily practice that we're all about. So, people got to think about what their daily practice is,
Correct.
and what kind of achievements that want to achieve. So,
And I think Rob made a good point, right? It's about in order to get to 1,000 runs, you just have to start, and it's the Chinese proverb of a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And so, again, as we keep saying, don't compare yourself to other people, compare yourself to yourself. And that is, it's all about PBs, personal bests. And if you haven't run for a while, if you haven't moved for a while, if you haven't done, that's not just about exercise, I know today is, but this could be around sales calls or, calling an agent or whatever your business is, whatever that thing is that you want to be doing, start with one. Start with one. In fact, we had one of the ladies here today, she hadn't run for a while, and she said the hardest bit is to start again. So once you've been running for a while and you stop for a month or two, it's hard to get that momentum back, and I get it, and it's about just setting your sights on doing one thing.
so maybe the 1,000 days was actually quite easy because I didn't stop.
Correct. Maybe it was, but well and truly you built the habit, right? And so that's what it's all about.
It's ingrained.
A lot of what you do will now be on memory because it's just on autopilot because you've done it so often, right? Whereas for people who are stopping, and this is more for the audience, it's if you've stopped, you just got to start with one thing, whatever that one thing is. It doesn't matter. Just do one.
One step, one kilometre.
One phone call, one whatever it is, one of something. If you go to a network meeting and you're feeling shy and a bit introverted, introduce yourself to one person.
Actually, that was kind of good for me last night. I was doing a little bit of that. Normally, I kind of stick to the people that I started out with, and then have some familiarity around that. But I put myself to go to other groups and explore other people, and actually put myself out there a little bit more. Now, people might think I'm extroverted and I can do that quite easily, but sometimes that initial connection with people is that little step for me. So I need to do that a little bit more for me. So yes, I'm doing 1,000 days of running, and I'm doing that. But there's other areas that I can really work on. And last night I spent a little bit of time on that and just really focus. Is like, okay, move away from that group, go and speak to someone else, and then put yourself out there again and again. How
did you do that? So it'd be great if you could share what was the insight or the thought process that you were going through when you did that.
Well, I'm comfortable with my own journey around the 3 or 4 people that I'm talking to, and the conversation's really good. But I'm just exploring for myself. Okay, go out to meet other people. Don't stay in your little bubble or your little comfort zone or sit on the couch. I'm just like, put yourself out there. And it was amazing once I did, because then it reflected back to some conversations that led to, we've seen you on social media before, that you're doing running tomorrow, and then all these things come up, and people wanted to speak to you that you hadn't realised, but because you're not putting yourself out there, it doesn't eventuate until you actually do.
And you know what the thing could be? Is that because people see you out there and you're so public with what you do, perhaps they feel a little bit intimidated to talk to you, right?
That's
so
true.
they see you as a little bit of a celebrity, and so they feel a little bit intimidated to talk to you. So it's interesting that you're feeling a little bit sort of introverted, a bit sort of, just a little bit shy, and then they were maybe feeling intimidated. And,
yeah, it's interesting how that works.
yeah.
I think you're spot on with that. It's it's kind of interesting when you do see, like, I know on Facebook I wouldn't call myself any sort of celebrity, but in terms of the people that are in the property sector or circles,
you will know, yeah.
I am, I would say I'm pretty much well known. Ravi says, you guys motivate me so much. Good on you, Ravi.
Thank you, Ravi. Appreciate it. Thank you, mate.
Hi,
Excellent.
beautiful people. Hi, he's a beautiful guy.
Thank you,
He
Ravi.
loves the hugs.
Fantastic, very good. You wouldn't want to be hugging me right now, mate, I can tell you. It's a big ball of sweat and heat. The heart rate's up. I reckon my heart rate's still at about 180.
How many kilos you lost today?
Oh, I've lost about 5. I got about 10,
maybe,
I got
maybe
about 10
7,
to go.
Maybe 7, one for each K.
Absolutely. 7 Ks of talking, hey? That was...
Look at how excited the crew are at the moment.
Yeah, fantastic. Everyone's a buzz. All the energy. This is the thing, right? What a great way to start the day. I mean, we're fortunate. We live in a beautiful part of the world here. It's gorgeous today in Brisbane. It was raining last night. I was a bit nervous as to, we could have been running in the rain, I thought, at one stage, but it's a gorgeous morning and everyone's up and about. Coffee, energy, good company. It's beautiful. It's
Good
wonderful.
vibes.
Great vibes. Great vibes.
So I think the next point was around persistence. And,
Yes, it was.
And I think what we've got to really focus on is that instilling that persistence. So we brought up about the running, obviously, that what we're doing today, but also about what I was talking about from last night, the persistence of actually just putting yourself out there again and again and again.
Yeah.
And that's a big one for me. Tony, I'm sure there's areas of your life that you would like a little bit more persistence, or you're working on persistence.
Oh, 100%. So exercise is one. So let's do the opposite. So exercise is a big one for me. I'm not as persistent as I'd like to be, so I need to focus on that. I've got a little bit of a COVID belly going on, so I need to work my way through that as it gets a little bit warmer. So, I won't be running 7K a day, but certainly I'll be wanting to run more consistent. I've only been running about 3 times a week and about 3K. So this week, actually, you've inspired me. I mean, you inspire me anyway, but this week in particular. So we were here a week ago and I said, come on, mate, we've got to make an event of it. And I went, oh, shit, I probably should.
He put himself into
Be careful what you wish for. So I went home and I ran 4K on Sunday, ran 5K the next day, 6 the next, and did about 5, I think it was, yesterday. So today I did the 7. I'm delighted that I've been able to accomplish it. But look, that's just one area. There's so many other areas that I'd like to improve. Far from perfect. You would have seen me on Friday. Incredibly nervous. In fact, very quiet on Friday. I've got to be honest. So whilst yes, I
There was no talking on Friday.
100%. You knew that something was up on Friday. So
you should see his face. It was a little bit red as well. So it's been the theme for you this week, Tony. A little bit of redness.
Yes, it is.
Ravi says networking is not about collecting contacts. Networking is about planning relations or relationships. Tony Gallagher says maybe Ken's Cones needs an old ambulance tricked up as an ice cream rescue vehicle.
I love it. Let me go back to the comment around networking. So for me, networking is all around giving. Right, so it's all around what can you give, how can you help people. That's the approach that I take with networking, particularly in the events like last night, even though I didn't hang around for the networking, I had some family stuff to do, but it's all around how can you give, how can you help someone, as opposed to trying to get something in return.
I like to say serve.
Yeah, serve, yeah, value, yeah, absolutely.
I'm big on the word serve.
Yeah,
and,
service, yeah.
And I think because it means that we're giving something, giving something to ourselves as giving to other people.
Yeah.
So I like using that word as much as we can, and we're big on terminology, aren't we, Tony?
Big on terminology, and look, I'm very fortunate that my job is I get paid to serve people, right? So, but I love serving anyway, regardless. But I just happen to get paid to do it. Okay, how is persistence instilled? So for you, mate, how is it instilled? Do you think?
It's kind of an interesting one around the instilling of persistence. So it's just something that I've constantly worked on and worked on that word. It was kind of my word for the year going back about 3 years.
Yep.
And then I put that and like another word in front of it was incessant persistence, taking that level up. So creating a word, and I talk a lot to people about if there's something that they're lacking or missing out on. Is there a positive spin on that?
Yes.
Maybe you can pop it up on the wall, and that can drive you. It's kind of like almost like a goal as such, right? you're just putting something on the wall, something you might view or see from time to time. I know a lot of people have quotes in their houses. That seems to be, pictures on the walls. That seems to be a bit of a trend and a habit, I guess, on social media. People put posts and quotes up.
Quotes,
and
I think like a mantra.
Yeah, it's a remember, and I think when you do that on a constant basis, then allows you to be persistent in various areas. I think some of those habits create persistence. And it's just a flow-on effect.
Yeah,
it's a snowball.
Well, it's about the habit, isn't it? And I like the idea of putting things around you. So, I have things behind my computer. I have a screensaver. My screensaver is it's a Gary Vee saying, which is 5149, which is give more than you receive. So that's give.
Then
so I've got all those sorts of things.
Give. Then ask.
The screensaver on the computer. So I say to people all the time, whether it be goals, whether it be your why, whether it be your mantra, whatever it might be. Put it somewhere that it reminds you. Put it on the fridge, put it inside your closet at home, whatever it might be, but put it there. So one thing that I say is relentless improvement, right? So that's one of my little things that I'm constantly saying to people. It's about, today you want to be better than yesterday and tomorrow you want to be better than today. And so I frame that up as relentless improvement. That's my thing. And again, if you improve by just one whatever, like if you do one extra thing, and we talked about this with the 66 days, don't start off necessarily doing 66 sit-ups if you've not done sit-ups before. Do one. And guess what? By the end of the 66
hey, Donna,
you will have done 66 sit-ups.
Donna Shirley, she's... okay, good idea.
Yep.
So we're just getting the word for breakfast.
Yep. Our producer is just winding us up.
It won't stop us. It won't stop you anyway, Tony.
No, nothing will stop me. Mate, get on the last one then, given we're getting wound up.
Yeah.
What happens when you don't always feel like
See you, Rich.
See you, Rich. Thank you. Bye, mate.
30Ks today. Well done, Rich.
Well done.
Just telling the world for you, mate.
What happens when you don't always feel like, mate? So
we've talked about this a lot, haven't we?
Let's talk about it, because there'll be some first-time viewers here. So 1,000 days. So honestly, how many times have you felt like it?
But it's important that we talk about it time and time again.
Yep.
What does Gary Vee say, right? He goes, people go, you say the same shit all the time. I was like, it's simple, it's easy, it's a no-brainer. It's very practical, relevant information, but maybe the way that we say it sometimes is a little bit different from the time before. But remembering and recalling these facts is really important. So there is times when I don't feel like it.
I was also going to say, but it's also about people may not be ready to receive it.
That's
So it's not just what you're saying, it's whether someone is open to receive it. They may be closed off to it, right? But then there might be a point in time when it's like, aha, the penny drops, finally. You know what I mean? So it's not all about what we say, it's also about how it's received. So, mate, honestly, how many times have you truly felt like running 7Ks?
0.
Wow. Well,
not very many times. Like today I was really inspired, I'm jumping out of bed, ready to go. And I know it was going to be a little bit easier for me, and it was going to be like a little bit of a walk in the park almost, right? Doing 5 minute, 45 minute Ks. I can't even say that properly. Under 6Ks, under 6 minute Ks is easy for me. Like I'm doing it under 4.5 minutes. So I was really pumped up and inspired by other people joining me today. So that's a big one. When I have other people come, and that sort of levels me up to push me a little bit further, and I kind of get excited by that. I like the teamwork. But at the same time, I realise that it's good for me to do it on my own, because it's about the headspace as well.
Yeah, well, because you don't always have a team around you. So it's one thing, it's great that you're relying on others and you've got that accountability, but ultimately you're by yourself, right? You're by yourself,
and if you can do both, that's the key, right?
Correct.
Do you need the whole thing? If you're an introvert, which we've talked about before, do you need to be doing other things on yourself? Do you push yourself to actually do it in a team environment? And then if you're an extrovert like myself, do you then rely on the team too much, and actually you're better off trying to do things yourself and push yourself to do that one extra call, or all these things that we talk about. Maybe what I've been instilling, I haven't really felt like doing that one extra call. I was like, you know what, I'll just cut for today. No, I'm going to actually do that one extra call and just make that call, make that effort, because that's where the goal comes.
100%. So the message is, you're not always going to feel like it. Whatever you want to do, whether it be running, whether it be work, sales call, whatever it is, you're not always going to feel like doing it. And I frame it up as about thinking greater than you feel. And it's, you know, Luke quite often, let's ask you. So why then, if you don't feel like it, why do you do it? Like, what's that
Because
feeling?
I know the feeling afterwards.
The end. I love it.
Yeah, I know the feeling at the end. It's just the achievement, how the body feels, how the mind feels, the clarity.
Yep.
And that pushes me to drive, like, how am I going to feel afterwards? And, you know, if I've had a bad day of eating or drinking or whatever it might be, that, okay, I need to then do the run to punish myself because I've done some bad things.
Yeah,
right?
so balance things out. Yeah, I get it. But it's about looking beyond the thing that's in front of you. And the same applies maybe if you're doing a sales call or whatever it is. It's like, don't focus on the call, focus on after the call, right? And how often do we get caught up with things that are in front of us and we do that something and we go, oh my gosh, it feels amazing, right? And we do it all the time. So it's about just pushing through, and it's about building the habit of pushing through.
Just like a new connection, a new, like I was talking about like last night, some of those conversations that I had might lead to something amazing. But if you don't have that conversation, you get donuts. Gabby says, this has been one of my favourite Sunday sessions. I'm feeling very inspired, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you.
What about Sean?
Yeah, what's
Sean's loving it at the moment.
He sure is. What's he saying?
A great team can inspire just as great individual results.
Sure can.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had that here today. And truly, so for me, A, this is the longest I've run in about 5 years, and B, this is the quickest I've run in a very long time. I know that Shelley felt the same, a few others felt the same, because, in fact, I was very surprised. We started off, going relatively quickly, and I thought, oh, goodness, we're all going to run out of puff soon, but it was a very good run, and we kept...
That's the pushing of the mind,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah.
And then, because I'm out in front pushing everyone along, it's like, trying to keep up. And then you focus more on the teamwork that's going on around you, but whether, giving up in your own mind, or I'm sore, or I'm tired, or, it's aching, I can't breathe, I'm lacking, I can't even talk.
Not my problem. not my problem whatsoever.
That might be a good way to wrap it up today. Tony has been talking his ass off more than he's been running his ass off. And we like to bring a little bit of comedy to these sessions as well.
Absolutely.
It's been a great effort from everyone who's taken part in today. We're going to enjoy some breakfast now.
Hey, Johnny!
Johnny, good to have you on as well. And this has been a great one to talk about the achievement today of running 1,000 days in a row of 7Ks every single day, thinking about the persistence of it, thinking about the achievements, thinking about those times that you don't really feel like doing it.
Yep.
That can be a big one. But tomorrow, you know what we'll be doing? 7Ks again.
So let's talk about that briefly. So I know you want to wrap it up, but what is next for you, mate?
Just continuation. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel that out over the next week or two.
Yep.
But I think for me, it's going to be an ongoing. I've been sent this video clip recently of a guy in the US that's run 45 years in a row.
Oh my! Wow.
The Raven.
Wow.
Every day for 45 years. So that's pretty amazing. So Margaret Matthews says that's awesome. Yes. We love it. 1,000 days, 7Ks every day.
That's right.
See you
They got to get some food. No,
it's food time. Guys, we're going to go. We'll wrap it up.
Okay, see you
and
guys.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.